Industrial Development Authority, March 15th, 2024,
Is this a special? It's a regular.
Right.
at 8 a.m. I'd like to welcome everyone here this morning to our industrial board meeting. We're usually not too, I guess, overrun with visitors, but we appreciate every one of you. And the meeting, I understand, is going to be filmed by Mr. Patrick, and we appreciate it, and come back, welcome anytime. The first item on the agenda is public comments. Does anybody have any comments?
Good morning. My name is Paul, and I'm kind of new to Stanton area, but I was inquiring about what this board did, and I was informed that you all brought businesses here to Stanton. Do you all bring manufacturing here also?
That's correct.
Okay. There was a company that came here, and I heard through the city council meeting of Framebridge. Did you all bring them here by any chance?
That's the one that was in, though, I think that was an individual that actually brought those folks here, and I understand it was for a short period of time.
It was for 2 months. I was fortunate to go down there and put an application in, associated with the manager down there, and turned my resume in, and I got hired as a supervisor down there. So I was their supervisor for 2 months, and we employed over like 125 people or something at one time. So it was. I was just wondering if you all was responsible for bringing that company here. They come in from Richmond, and I was very, very happy that we were able to do that for the people here, and I was their supervisor, and it worked out really, really well. So I just want to come down here, find out what you guys did and stuff, and you all bringing businesses here from other places and everything. I compliment you all. Okay, just thank you all so much, because Stanton really needs it.
It does.
They do.
Thank
So.
you. But to answer your question maybe a little bit farther on that, we were aware of that individual that worked through that. We did reach out to them, our executive director did, to see if there's anything that we could do to help them in any way. But yes, we were aware of that. And we appreciate you and appreciate the comments, and glad to have you today.
Oh yeah, I mean that'd be great.
Anyone else? Good to have the judge and deputy judge with us. I guess for help out maybe just a little bit, maybe we go around the room and introduce ourselves. I'm John Brewer. I presently chair the Powell County Industrial Authority.
I'm Bill Chris, I'm the vice chair.
Rick Stamper.
Craig Dawson, I'm the Industrial Authority Director.
I'm Brian Billings.
James Clark.
Debbie Tipton, I'm Secretary Treasurer.
I'm Dale Brown, deputy judge.
Eddie Barnes, Judge Executive.
Good morning, sir.
See you.
Hey, Mike.
How y'all doing?
Very good, how you?
Yeah.
Good.
We're not y'all's way either.
No, sir. The two gentlemen just come in is Brandon Faulkner and his boss over there.
It's the other way around. For sure. Boss is back in town, so.
And they're here, I'm sure, to represent TEPCO. They do own TEPCO, so. Anybody else need introduction? Next item on the agenda is approval of the previous minutes of the March 1st meeting. That was a special meeting. Everybody had a chance to look them over. Every day. a motion on the minutes?
So moved.
Got a motion by Brian to approve the minutes as presented, have a second. Second by Bill, any further discussion at all on the minutes? Not, all in favor? Aye. Aye, opposed, like sign, motion carries. Next item on the agenda is industrial property discussion. I think this is with, Mike and Brandon on TEPCO, so, Brandon, did you have some?
Yeah, I guess I'll just kind of give you a quick little update of where we are over there at 199 Angel Drive. We, I guess, took possession back in September. I think it was September 1st, maybe it was October 1st. We did some fairly substantial renovations to the building that are still ongoing. But we did move into that facility and become operational January 2nd. So all of the employees we had over in Madison County are now here in Powell County. We're continuing to hire there in the in that facility and at the production facility as well. When we agreed to sign that lease, we felt comfortable. We had all the space we needed. I think that's true on the interior space. I think it's working out beautifully for us. We'll be happy to get some offices built and not be working out of the conference room. But we grossly underestimated either the size of the parking lot or the size of the parking lot we needed. We got about, we're pushing 200 new chassis over there, and that parking lot and every paved surface over there is just packed to the gills. We're almost to the point we just can't function. You know, we can't get stuff delivered, can't get stuff in and out. And so I think Miles reached out to Craig maybe last week or a couple of weeks ago about just trying to find somewhere else in the community about some overflow property or parking. If there was any of that available. Well, obviously the idea of parking some out here was thrown out. I know there's some difficulties with that. Sorry about this. But we started looking whether there was opportunities to expand the parking options there at 199 Angel Drive. And those of you all that are familiar with the facility, there's the paved parking lot, and then if you're looking at the facility to the right of it, there's a large grass area that has been cleared but never used for anything. And so we started exploring, meeting with some contractors about graveling that area of the lot and making some improvements there. We think if we gravel that area, it's right at about an acre, maybe a little over it. We think we can park somewhere between 80 and 100 additional trucks over there, which would substantially improve our ability to operate there. But during those discussions, it came up that there were some concerns raised whether in fact that grassy parcel was part of the lease agreement we had signed with you all. Because there's a deed that I have a copy of that discusses 9 acres, and then there's the lease agreement, and the plat associated with that only talks about 6.75. So we were concerned that maybe we had only signed a lease for essentially the paved portion of the property. We got looking at it a little bit, and the way I understand it, looking at it, is there's actually a 9-acre parcel there that I believe you all still own. But the developed site, the cleared area, is 6.75, and I think that's what you all been leasing to Centos and Bonille and to us. And looking at it on a quick Google Earth search, if I trace out that property, 6.75 acres matches the plat that I was given of the 6.75 acres, and is kind of the cleared, development site there. So I feel pretty comfortable at this point that grassy area adjacent is part of our lease. So I guess I wanted to get your all's opinion on that before we proceeded with anything. and also see if we thought it was worthwhile to maybe get a survey done to see whether in fact you all own 9 there or whether it's 6.75, so we kind of all know what we're looking at in the event that, I mean, we're continuing to grow and we may need it at some point in the future. I don't think now. I think now if we can get that grassy parcel gravel and use that as a parking lot, I think we're fine. But I think going forward, it'd be good to know what's actually out there for you all and for us. So that's kind of.
And the coordinates are on the
Yeah, the deed has everything in it, so I don't know if getting somebody out there to survey and stake it just to see what the, I don't know what your all's thoughts are, so.
Is everybody familiar with the area they talk about? We're blessed to have a couple engineers on.
So-called.
Also called engineers on our board, and myself personally, I'm of the opinion that grass area is part of the area down there and part of what you lease.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're talking about Bill.
Yeah.
Brian.
I concur, because we had a discussion about putting a fence across that whole area for them to use.
And in fact, I have put a fence up there, so now I'm wondering if I put a fence on somebody else's.
My memory tells me we're gonna lease them the whole area.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, 9 or 6 or.
Right, we released them what we own, but Craig and I met yesterday and we called I guess a surveyor that had since retired that had possession of both of those plats. And he's gonna do a little bit of research and see what he can come up with. But I think you're right, Brandon, I think he's gonna end up either you all or the board have that surveyed by a surveyor to determine exactly what we do have down there. Because we've got 2 plats, one floating that's 9 acres, deed called for 9 acres.
Correct.
And then we've got another plat that's floating at called 6.75 acres, so. And which the lease says 6.75, but we certainly, our intention or my intention was to lease them everything we own down there. So
Okay.
Yep.
that's, if anybody thinks any different, well, so I guess we just need to decide how to approach it, whether we try to get a surveyor down there or you guys contact.
I mean, I'm not real familiar with any, but I think Miles went over to the county clerk's office and pulled, you know, the deed and a map there, and they gave him a couple of names. One was Rodney and Stuart Spencer. I mean, I'm just not real familiar with anybody up here. I would totally defer to your recommendation.
We're lacking.
Yeah, we're lacking in surveyors and, it's hard to get. Mr. Hall says he's booked October,
Oh,
so.
There is a gentleman out of Estill County, I don't have his name with me, but I don't know. I think it's a Rogers, I'm not sure.
Maybe we can reach out and try to find, we've got a representative of a couple, 3 banks here, so they may have someone that you use.
I have not had much luck locally at all. Rodney is, he's telling everybody he's 6 months out, so.
well, I think I agree. I would like to get that done at some point, but my immediate concern is being able to function a little better over there. Does anybody have any doubt, concern that grassy parcel is part of the land that you all own?
I've always been under that impression that we own that grassy area.
Yeah, and I
texted you all a picture that you sent me, so that if you look on your phone, you should be able to see what Brandon's talking about. And it does, like you say on the Google Earth, that 6.75 encompasses that grassy area.
Right. 'Cause, I mean, I think I would be comfortable moving forward.
We've got to do something.
Yeah.
And if this is a problem out here, there's no use raising
Now,
that.
this is a problem with the area out here, sewage contamination,
Right.
but, and I was down by and seen you all were, I don't say you got them in there.
Yeah, it's fine. So I guess if everybody's comfortable, we'll probably go ahead and proceed on making those improvements. And I would like to do a survey eventually, but if if you're all not concerned about us going ahead and starting to do that work, I'd probably just assume go ahead and get going on it.
I think we assumed the board would want to do the survey.
Well, I think it'd be incumbent on us to pay for it and making sure that you got what you're supposed to get.
Okay.
I think they need to do whatever necessary to,
Let them keep operating.
you know, keep rolling.
Just slow them down.
Just doing a quick measurement of that
Okay.
area, the green of the grass area, and the building, the parking lot, it's probably 6.75 acres back to that woods line. So we probably, if we own any more acres, it's probably back into that woods line. So
And that's, if when I look at it, I think that's what, it continues on.
That's what you and I talked about.
Yeah.
Well,
We were in that mindset too.
So this tells me that we absolutely own that, but how much farther back, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think for now, that area, I don't really want to start clearing all those trees and anything, so I think for now, if you're all comfortable with us proceeding on the grass area, we'll just do that and get it surveyed when we can and figure out what y'all own and what, you know, what's there that may be available for some future use if we need it.
I think that was the general consensus in the beginning, so.
Okay. I guess the only other thing I would just ask is assistance, if any of y'all have contacts, and we've talked to several individuals in the community and contractors about doing that work for us. It's about 1,700 tons of rock or so is what, you know, guesstimating it is. Obviously, rock's expensive right now. If you all have any contacts or anybody in the industry that might be willing to help us out on some pricing of some rock, we would certainly appreciate
I'll
it.
check and see.
Yeah.
I'll contact King and see what they're doing. Deal.
Okay. So I think other than that, that's,
It'll be 2s and either some dense grades, 610s or something. I think
Are you looking at stripping the topsoil?
we're gonna take topsoil off and we're looking at a mat. Got people telling me you absolutely need to put a mat down, and some say it'll drive you crazy not to do it. So you got a thought on that, Bill?
Well, I guess insurance is to have a little more strength there, but unless that's failed, which I don't think it is, I don't see that it's a necessity. What do you think, Brian?
I would agree, yeah.
You don't think it's required? And the other thing to think about, I mean, we think about these being big trucks, and they are, but they're cab chassis. So they only weigh probably 12, 13,000 pounds. They're not really that heavy.
If you were planning on using twos, maybe, but twos are what would provide your strength.
yeah, we're talking about doing, I think, everybody's kind of said about 4 inches of 2s and then maybe 2 or 3 inches of 610s or dense grade.
Does that make sense to you guys? Y'all know way more about it than we do.
I would agree.
If you had a lot of loaded trucks in and out, it'd be a little bit.
It is a little wet over there, which I think is part of the concern. It's pretty, kind of some low spots, but I think they're talking about kind of grading it out and getting the flow going away from the parking lot there, so. So if you're all okay with that,
We'll go ahead and try to run down the surveyor, maybe a month.
Can you tell us how many people you've got employed now in the county?
I think right now we're running about 79 or 80, something like that. So in that range, and we're still looking. So if you all know anybody looking, we are absolutely covered up with work. I think we've got about 800 bodies to build this year, which we only built about 450 last year. So we are absolutely covered up with work, and yeah, just growing still. So the whole plan you all have helped us put together is working out great for us. So we really appreciate the help, and it's.
I was gonna say, you could attribute that to Powell County, then.
That's right. That's right.
And you know, the workforce issue has actually been, I mean, we're building.
Better than Brandon thought in the beginning.
We're building, but it's starting to come together, and of course, I think we want the rates up.
Yeah, I think our rates are, I mean, the rates are up. So there's people making pretty good money. Yeah.
And in retrospect, if we'd been out here in the building we drew up, we would
Yeah.
been busting at the seams. This building's working great for us, yeah. The lot is the issue, yeah, which seems addressable.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're still trying to get to that 120 or so, I think is where we need to end up, so.
Did most of your workforce from Madison come or some didn't?
We probably ended up only bringing 4 or 5 from Madison County. Still bringing a lot of guys out of a little bit further east, Tigersville area, a lot of that area.
But the people that were employed there, they weren't from Madison County necessarily, but most of them came.
They did, yeah, most
Yeah,
of them.
everybody that was employed, I think we lost a couple people left.
But yeah, no, everything's on the up and up, so.
Good deal, appreciate it. Appreciate y'all coming down.
Get out of y'all's
Well,
way.
if y'all need anything else, we'll get out of y'all's way.
Well, we appreciate you coming by, appreciate what you done for the community.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all's help.
Yeah.
I'd like to invite everybody down at some point when we get that scheduled.
We would like to tour it sometime, whenever it's, good for you guys.
Yeah, we should hopefully, we've been, there was kind of an empty area that O'Neill had, they had some cubicles in it.
Right.
We've converted that to actual offices, and we're about done with those, so once we get settled in those, I'll shoot Craig an email, and
Sure.
we'd love to show y'all what all we got going on.
You still gonna try to host a chamber meeting? Maybe that'd be the time to do all of that.
Yeah, more than happy to.
I'll get with you and.
Yeah, more than
we'll
happy
get a
to.
date.
Yep,
Okay.
more than happy to. All right, we get out of here.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good day.
Good to see everybody.
Welcome
Hey,
back
Ryan.
from the south.
You're not my hair.
Next item on the agenda, item number 5 is Red River Historical Society request consideration, Craig. We've got that request in our packet. Also, if you want to elaborate any on that, that's,
Yes, sir. Mr. Meadows from the Red River Historical Society, he presented us a request to, in the past, there have been job creation from spring through fall to help man the museum and to do some work down there. He had requested $3,000 for the 2024 year to continue that job creation for the museum.
Last year.
we've done that for several years.
Correct.
And they do an awful fine job down there. And
So moved.
get a motion by Brian to approve the $3,000 for the Red River Historical Society and Museum to have taken. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, like sign. Motion carried. Next item on the agenda, item number 6, Powell Valley Water Site Consideration Request. Judge Barnes.
Oh, yeah. I was contacted the other day by Kendall Knox. He's the superintendent over Powell Valley Water. Initially, they had purchased a piece of property down on 11th Avenue, Clay City, to build their new water office. And evidently, FEMA's found some problems out of the flood plan versus the property. And he was wondering if we could get a spot up, or if he could get a spot up at the Clay City Industrial Park. And he asked me, he said, what's the time frame on getting that in order? And we're looking probably the end of this year, we have to have money and stuff spent. So hopefully we can get that halfway in order there. And we just, Craig and I have been in contact with the Congressman Barr's office about putting in a $750,000 grant for roadway center. So hopefully we can get all that worked out this year, and didn't know what y'all's thought was about them coming into the industrial park.
I'd be in favor of that.
Personally, I would do. I mean, it's, yes, I think it'd be good. Yeah. General consensus says yes. Just need to get with them and I figure out where they want to be and locate them within the park.
Problem I see, they have to have If they have to have the money spent in a building, I don't know if we'll have the sewer ran and all that. They meant to do
Correct,
like a
that's
septic
what
system.
Eddie's talking about, Judge
Yeah.
Barnes talking about. Yeah.
Right now, they've been 3 years on trying to get this, building built, so I'm sure a year won't matter that much. So, and also, while you're here, one of the comments about the industrial authority, you know, in the past, before I came in as county judge, a lot of people had expressed concerns about the industrial authority. Oh, they don't do anything, and they don't do this, and they don't do that. But I will say right now they do. You know, this last year, you know, they've worked hard about bringing companies and stuff in here, and Craig does an excellent job. The board does an excellent job, and you know, the people, if they have any questions, come up and listen. You know, they do a wonderful job, and kudos to all y'all. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
They say I think our emergency services, some
Yes.
they don't know.
Same thing. That's exactly right.
Just maybe let's a little bit, few words on what Judge Barnes said. We certainly are open to job creation. That's our thing, and we appreciate Judge Bourne too. He don't get himself enough credit for what he's done to help us, and we appreciate that. Also, the mayor's usually here. Dale Allen's always been, I guess at the meeting, he's one of the regular attendees. But anyway, we appreciate what everybody's doing to help us do our job better, and we want to be good stewards and work for job creation here in the county. And the door's always open. Anybody got any questions? That we do have a few things that we have to keep kind of close to our set of times, because we don't want to violate maybe some confidentiality with folks like Tedco or whoever. So we do have to be careful, but we always meet the third, we don't always meet the third Friday, but our regular meeting is the third Friday of each month at 8 o'clock. You're welcome to come out. We do have special meetings, we post those. Sometimes if we don't have anything to discuss, we'll maybe put off the meeting for a month or two. So, but anyway, we're here. If anybody has any questions at all, we'd be glad to answer. We'll be here after the meeting. If somebody has any questions for Craig or I or any of the board, we'd be glad to try to answer those.
I want to add to that if you want.
Okay.
I've been on the board, I don't know how many years now, 10, over 10. It seems like, especially in the last several years, a lot of the work that has been done has really got momentum. We've done a lot of really good things in the last probably 4 or 5 years that just kind of picked up maybe the economy, maybe a lot of things, which was really, really good timing that we were sitting here with some opportunities. But we don't brag about what we do. We let our elected officials take credit for that, and that's I guess that's why we get criticized for not doing enough. But those guys are the ones that deserve all the credit. They have to take all the heat. So
It takes a village.
Yeah.
You know, that's the simple things, and y'all do an excellent job. And thank you, every one of you.
Thank you. Okay, moving right along. Unless anybody's got any other comments. Item number 7, financials. Debbie has presented to us financial reports for the Powell County Industrial Authority and Colorwood.
Everybody's up to date,
Good deal.
so nothing out of the ordinary on there if you got a question.
the bond reserve is in good shape for Hollywood.
It is,
Right?
and the payments have been made. Yeah, we're putting aside each month a portion.
Where's the PPP stand on that? Has anybody gotten ready to advertise?
Get a top out, okay, Brian.
That's a big old bear to tackle.
That's it.
No, it is, and you know, Craig and I have discussed several times. I'm not impressed with the attorney we have right now. Not Robert, the guy in Lexington. You know, he's charging some money, and really there's nothing been done. You know, we've talked to Robert. Robert's going to reach back to him and see what the status is. But right now, you know, he gave us a copy of a contract that couldn't find out it was Versailles copy, and you know, nothing's being done. So yeah, it's been what, 8 months, a year, something that we've been prolonging this. So you know, he needs to do something, or we need to find somebody else that's going to do something.
I've got one idea on that, if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
As specialized as that has to be, I mean, it's very unique what you're trying to do with Hollywood because of the dynamics of that specific site. It might take getting an engineering company like Nesbitt or somebody like that to assist them, because I don't think that an attorney doesn't have the first idea on what y'all really need in that document. Whereas Nesbitt could probably put together, or somebody like Nesbitt could probably put together something that would further that along.
Yeah, we might reach out to Paul
Yeah.
first thing and see if they're interested in helping us.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now it's just the wheel spinning in the mud.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere.
Yep. I consider that.
Like that contract due to be extended again, too.
Exactly. You know, I know they're, you know, they want it resolved the same as we want it resolved.
Okay, that's true, but I think they're understandable as well, don't you? Okay, still on the financials. Debbie says everybody's up to date. Anybody got any questions on financials? Any other questions for Debbie?
Yeah, what's the, like, Tedco, for example, one and then another, maybe the same day? Is that a?
Well, they have two different lease payments. They got one
Okay.
up here at the Reed, and then they've got the new
Okay.
O'Neill building, so they send two different checks for it, so.
The two buildings down from UPS,
Yeah.
pay to record, and then the other is the Centos building.
Good question, anything else? Entertain a motion. Approve, a motion to Rick, approve financial, as presented. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Bill. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, like sign. Motion carried. Item 8 on the agenda, before we're fixing to go into closed session, does the judge or anybody else have anything else you want to lighten us on before we go? We'll allow you to. Again, we appreciate all of you being here, and we're probably looking at 15 minutes to 30 minutes in closed session. There's an area out there if you want to wait, you're more than welcome to wait. We don't anticipate coming out with any motions at all, but you're welcome to stay if you want to.
I've got one update, John, before we go
Okay.
to closed session. So, I think it was last time we talked about the highway project here at the foot of First Mountain.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, the judge's been working on that as well.
The information I got from our lobbyist yesterday is they did send the House Bill 1. House Bill 1 is they're bringing some rainy day, excess rainy day funds over to the road plan. They had a specific list of projects, and she got to see that. I don't think that's public information. She got to just take a look at it, just kind of, and our projects on that list.
Good.
So as of right now, it's funded. Now, next week is the final. After next week, we'll have a road plan, and we'll have all that out as public information.
And I have a meeting with Senator Smith Thursday concerning several things here. So
Good.
that's one of the first things we're going to bring up.
Hopefully, you can land us that other development that he was talking about.
Yeah,
That's
I think he's very excited about that too. He wants Powell County to have it.
good.
Yeah, so we'll aggravate him.
That would be awesome if everything goes as it appears it is. But we're on track to get that project. So
That'd be great.
So will that be next year or?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay.
I understand the design was done. I have to buy some right away, maybe some utilities or something. So.
That's going to be very, very little amount of right of way and stuff that you're gonna have to purchase.
Most of that, those hours,
Yeah.
will probably do its own engineering.
The fact that we can donate is a big plus to the project as a whole.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Dave.
Sorry, I couldn't get away.
Right, didn't it?
This is John Skidmore, he's another member of our board.
Usually on time. Yeah, usually not late.
KRS 61-810, section 1, subsection B, entertain a motion to go into closed session to discuss the sale or purchase of real estate.
So,
Get a motion by Brian, do I have a second?
That's it.
Second by Rick, all in favor? Hold back.